Hello ladies and gentlemen, fellow traders. Today is Saturday, 13th of June 2020. The time is 8:50 p.m. Welcome to our BBMA weekly analysis for the trading week of 16th to 20th of June 2020. Let's get started. As usual, we start with reviewing our BBMA setup SOP. We have no change in our setup SOP for this week. It's the same as last week. 4 time frame, 5 entry, 1 entry per trade for this week as per last week, and we only risk 1% of our account on every trade. Let's review last week trade. For last week, we have very little profit, but regardless, it is still a profit. We took total 12 trades. 2 of the trades are still running. We carry forward for this week, and in terms of growth percentage, it was positive 0.67%. As you can see, we have managed the risk and also managed, as a result, we also didn't get a very big profit like other traders. You'll never see 50% growth in a week or 100% growth in a week with this trading methodology. However, what we can say is we want to be consistent and have a profitable trading career. Let's look at this week's setup. For that, we will start with DXY USD currency index. As you can see here in weekly time frame, you can see that the last week DXY has rejected a very significant weekly support level at 96.14, and it formed a pin bar, and also it rejected the low BB. This will show us that the current price will continue bullish for this week, and we can confirm that in a lower time frame. In weekly, we can see a I'm gonna delete this MHV buy. On H4, we can see a CSM buy, and on H1 the trend is still continue up, currently making a re-entry buy. So for next week, we know that DXY gonna be strong, so when trading against USD currency, we have to be very careful. Next, first pair that we want to look at is Euro USD. For Euro USD, in weekly time frame, we can see it's already reject the top BB on the candle closing last week. So we expect Euro USD gonna continue bearish for this week. This is a pin bar, and if this week candle close below this candle, that means the downtrend will continue for the weeks after as well. But for this week, we can see that re-entry sell on weekly, and on daily we can see that price is making a CSAA, and on this is Thursday, this on Friday, this is on Thursday, we can see that price is making a bearish engulfing the Wednesday candle. So this indicate that Euro USD downtrend is very strong. And on H4, it's already forming a CSM sell, and it closed below the EMA 50, as you can see here. So on H1, currently it's making a re-entry sell. Okay, so since we already have the trade on Euro USD, we're gonna hold our trade until it's TP. Okay, next pair we want to look at is NZD USD. Start from a weekly time frame. We can see it's rejecting the top BB as well due to the strength of USD, and on D1 it's making a CSAA with a bearish engulfing here, and on H4 it's already making a CSM sell and is close below the EMA 50. Currently it's making a re-entry sell. If you don't have position, you can entry sell here. Since you already have, we're gonna move our stop and let our trade run to the TP. On H1, we can see the price trying to retest the top BB, but the the price keep closing below the EMA 50, so mean that the downward trend is still strong. Okay, so for NZD USD, we already have a trade, so we're gonna hold it and wait until our trade take TP. Next pair is Euro JPY. Sorry. For Euro JPY in weekly time frame, a price rejecting the top BB last week, as you can see here. This will tell us that the price gonna continue to go down south, because this is at the MA 510 high. If you look at the higher time frame, actually it's making a re-entry sell over here. So on daily time frame, price is making CSAA sell after extreme TPW, MHV, and CSA. Okay, on H4 we want to see a CSM. Yes, we have a CSM and it closed below the EMA 50. This is a strong downtrend. So if you don't have an entry, you can have a entry when the price retests the MA 510 high here. Okay, however, be careful, because this look like a extreme buy, so we need to see H1 making a CSM sell again to break, because H1 currently previously made a CSM buy, and the CSM buy is still active now. So we want to see it making a CSM sell to break this CSM buy. So what we're gonna do is let's delete the last week alert first. So trading with BBMA is very systematic and it's easy to follow through. We just need to stick to the basic BBMA rule to open our trade and also manage our trade. So check for MA50 and also CSAK H4. Okay, so there you are. We have one alert for next week. Okay. Next pair, EuroCAD. For EuroCAD in weekly time frame, this is extreme sell, TPW, MHV, then it's making a MHV again. So there's no CSA here, so currently this is a MHV. So this is a sell zone in weekly. Weekly is a re-entry sell for us. On daily, we have a CSM buy here. So for us, the sell is risky, but we want to confirm in lower time frame. So in H4, we can see extreme, TPW, MHV, CSAK. This is CSA or CSAK. So this is like a in the middle, you know. So we want to look at the lower time frame. So in lower time frame, you can see that price is already making a CSM sell and it's below EMA 50. So this we can take this as a CSM, CSAK sell. So for EuroCAD, we can instant entry at the H4 sell zone, which is from the current price to the top BB. Based on your entry method, this is the sell zone. Okay, and TP is down here for 1 to 1. Okay, so EuroCAD you can instant sell at H4. Excuse me. Next pair is GBP and ZD. For GBP and ZD on weekly, we can see that price is making a CSM, and for the last week candle is unique. This is we call it alien candle because it's open outside the Bollinger Band, and currently it's also closed outside the Bollinger Band. So based on previous trading experience, we can see that if this phenomenon, if the candle opened outside the Bollinger Band, usually it will turn back inside. So in this case, we were expecting it to go up because it's already at outside the BB, and as you can see, the BB is not expanding so big. It's almost flat. Okay, so we expect the price will go up. So GBP and ZD weekly is re-entry buy, On daily, as we can see, is a MHV buy. And watch carefully this low, and this low, right? Sorry, let me expand it a little bit so we can see more clear. So this low and this low, so we can see that price is making a higher high and a higher low, although this low is lower than this one, but compared to this one is still higher. So for GBP NZD in D1 is a MHV buy, and on H4 we can see that price has make a CSM buy here, clear CSM buy. It retests the low BB. However, as you can see, it just touches the low BB. It doesn't close outside, and this one is rejecting the low BB. So this is a MHV buy, and on H1 currently is a extreme buy, and also this is a reversal candle for the extreme buy. So we want to wait until the price close here and above this EMA 50. So for GBP and ZD, what we can do is we will wait, we will set alert to wait for the for CSM buy to happen on H1. CSM buy at H1, check for EMA 50 and CSAK buy. Okay, so that's our plan for GBP and ZD. We set alert for CSM buy. Okay, last pair that we want to look at today is as usual our common pair, gold. Okay, we start in a weekly time frame. Gold is very tricky because for many weeks it has deceived us. So gold currently is at, let me slowly do this one. Last week we expect gold to go down, but we expect it to go up first, then go down. However, this up is really high up, like all the way to the MA 510 high zone. So at this level, gold is a re-entry sell. Okay, gold is a re-entry sell on weekly time frame, and on daily is currently a MHV sell. Okay, so it goes up last week, it didn't pass the previous week high as well, and it making a MHV sell. On H4, you can see on H4 is the same thing, MHV sell. And on H1 we want to wait for H1 to make a CSM sell, because currently it make a extreme sell, TPW, MHV, CSAK, and it will make a probably re-entry sell for H1 before it make a CSM sell. So for gold also we need to set an alert. Okay, we set alert for gold, CSM sell, H1, EMA 50, CSAK, H4. So this week we're gonna sell gold, but we need to wait for our alert to happen before we can sell. Alright, so that's it for this week. Let me do a recap before we end. As usual, we trade only 5 to 6 pair. Currently we have 6 pair in the list to trade, but 2 trade is already running, so we take the other 3 and wait until one of the trade close, then we open another one if all signal come at the same time. So recap, the XY, we see the XY continue to be strong until we see. Okay, EU we already have a sell trade, NU we have sell trade, EJ we set alert for sell, ECAD we can instant at H4 zone, GN we set alert for buy, and gold we set alert for sell. So that's it for this week. Until we meet again next week, I wish you all happy trading, stay safe, and till we meet again, bye bye.